At this point, it's like, okay.
Yeah, so let me know.
Hmm?
How many you're done?
22. I don't know. I really do not know. I have no idea. It's flew by. I started 03, January 03 with Facano. Me and Facano got sworn in together. November, but you came back. Well, I really started the summer of 86. That's another story. School. All right, everybody. I know, right? All right. Microphones on. All set, guys? Okay. Good morning, everyone. Like to call the meeting of the Wayne County Zoological Authority to order. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Asad Turpy, Carrie Marecki, David Katz,
Here.
Mario Morrow, Chair Bell.
Here.
We have a quorum present.
All right, everybody's here. Fantastic. Next item, please.
Approval of the minutes from the June 24th, 2025 meeting.
Hopefully everyone had an opportunity to look at, read, and review the minutes. Been moved by Mr. Katz, supported by Commissioner Marecki. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Next item.
We're moving to unfinished business. There is none listed. New business, item 1 is approval of a contract with Lewis and Monday PC.
Okay, so this is a contract for legal services with Lewis and Mundy. Pam, you want to give a little background on this? Yeah.
I don't know what happened to our legal today.
Oh, that's okay. Well,
So this is a contract with Lewis and Monday. It's for $5,000. And we are, well, you guys are hiring Lewis and Monday. Earlier in the year, commission staff was contacted by the state of Michigan saying that the Zoological Authority and the Art Authority are eligible to receive some benefits from the state of Michigan Small Business Taxpayer Exemption Program. So the amount for zoo for 2023 is approximately $5,400. So I guess as a taxing entity, both agencies are eligible to receive these funds, but we have to have a means for you to facilitate getting these funds, which is why we have suggested that you hire Lewis and Monday to help in getting those funds to the authority.
so that's a nutshell. Questions? Yes, Commissioner
So
Marecki.
we're gonna spend 5,000 to get 5,400.
But it's continuous. So that's the
Okay.
amount for 2023. The amounts
Oh,
that
okay.
for 2024 were not available when they gave me this information.
Got it.
So
we'll
there'll
ha-
be something for 24, 25.
Fine.
It's ongoing.
Got it. Okay.
So we'll hire the attorney to help facilitate getting those funds from the state, and then every year there'll be some funds that they'll be able to receive for us. Is this the same law firm that the Arts Authority is using, or they're using a different law firm?
No, Art is using Ty Perkins.
Okay. So this is who we're proposing to utilize to work with the state to get those dollars.
Should call him now.
Oh, well, tell her you did a good job. So, all right. So, so the contract is in your packet. Are there any questions on the use of funds to hire this law firm so that we can get funds from the state?
Move approval.
And moved by Mr. Cass, supported by Mr. Morrow. Any additional discussion on this contract? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Anyone wish to abstain?
Motion carries.
All right, thank you. Next item, please.
Item number 2 is approval of the amended budget for fiscal year 2026.
Okay, so hopefully everyone has the budget in their packet as well. And the reason that we were having this meeting so late in the year, at the end of the year, is to go through the budget for 25 and 26 and the amended approved budget. So the numbers are in here. $8,000 is the amount of our auditor and the amendment to the budget
To cover these legal services. for
To cover
contract
the-
adjustment.
to cover what she said. No, to cover the legal services. So we had to amend the budget. And does everyone have a copy of the budget? Okay. Are there any questions on that? If you look down under expenditures, is $5,000 you see for legal fees, and our audit services, which is already in there for $8,000. So this amendment is for the $5,000 for Lewis and Monday.
Move approval.
Support.
Moved by Commissioner Reckey, supported by Mr. Katz. Any discussion on the amended budget for 26? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Anyone wish to abstain?
Motion carries.
All right. All right, next we are very happy and pleased to have the director of the Detroit Zoo with us today. Come on to the table, ladies. Director Haley Murphy is here. We have Amanda. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Many times we are watching you on the Zoom, but it's so wonderful to have you in person today. So thank you for driving on down here. We appreciate you. So, if you can turn the mic towards you and hit the little button, it's going to turn green.
Great.
All right. And if you don't mind introducing yourselves for the record.
So Dr. Haley Murphy, I am the Executive Director and CEO at the Detroit Zoological Society.
I'm Dr. Amanda Hanlon, the Chief of Staff at the Detroit Zoological Society.
Good morning, DeAndrea Matthews, Vice President of Access and Community Engagement at the Detroit Zoological Society.
All right. Thank you, ladies, for being here today. I know there's so many exciting things going on at the zoo, as always. My family and I had an opportunity to go to Wild Lights a few weeks ago, and that's always so much fun to see how beautiful it is with the lights. Chilly, but fun and beautiful. So thank you all for that. And I know this year there were so many activities that took place at the zoo. So if you don't mind diving right in.
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner Bell. Yeah, we have been really busy, as we always are. You know, we used to say there was some downtime kind of in the winter, but no longer. So Wildlights is phenomenal. I'll cover a little bit of that. The first thing in your packet, and we can go to the next slide, great, is our finances. So this takes us through November. We don't obviously have December numbers yet. We're a little behind on where we wanted to be in attendance. I think there's several factors there. 696 is closed right by the zoo, so that certainly hasn't helped us, especially when you look at our attendance and our events are quite down. Private events like weddings and that kind of thing. Our member attendance though is up, so we're happy to share that our members are taking advantage. It's a great deal. If you want to buy a membership, you get a Tri-County discount, and a family of four pays for a packet pays for itself in 1.3 visits. And so we find that people like to come back numerous times with their membership, which is really fun. But again, our paid attendance at the gate is down. We also really took a look over the past year and a half at increasing our community access through free ticket distribution. So especially Dr. Matthews at the end of the table works with our many departments within the zoo to look at who needs access tickets, how can we distribute them throughout the community. And we've really increased that outreach so that people understand that we do give tickets away to come to the zoo. Zubu, which is always a super fun event at the zoo. If you haven't come to Zubu, even if you don't have little ones, it's worth coming just to see all the costumes and the excitement. We had about 45,000 people attend that. And then our operating revenues remain in line with budget because we've really been watching our budget carefully and our expenses. So when our gate revenue goes down, we really do a budget crunch and really watch what we're spending. And so very proud of our budget managers and our budget centers for that because, you know, it's kind of late in the year, but they've really taken it seriously that our gate's down. Year-end outlook, Wild Lights opened. As Commissioner Bell said, we opened on November 22nd. We do over 6 million lights. We're one of the only zoos in the nation that does our own light show, so we do not contract that out. We have full-time staff that are there year-round prepping the show. It's a big show. We love our Wild Lights. The community loves the Wild Lights. It's been a little bit rocky with this weather this year. But you know, Detroiters are tough people. They come out in the cold.
Right.
So we're really excited. We run it for 31 nights and we expect over 100,000 people to come through that show. So if you haven't been, please come. It's well worth it. You can go to the next one. We also have some cool new arrivals at the zoo. So yeah, November 23rd was a huge day for us because we had two huge births and huge in many ways. So this giraffe was born. It's a female. She was 5'8" and 130 pounds at birth. And so, yeah, it was a big one. Poor mom, we watched her get bigger and bigger and bigger, and we had all sorts of in-house bets on when she was going to have that baby. One of our veterinarians got married right before this, so we were sure she would have the baby at the wedding. You know, for the wedding,
right.
would ruin everybody's day, but she held on. And then we have next slide, some new lion babies. So we're super excited about this. Yep, there we go. So we have 3 cubs. We had 4 born. One unfortunately didn't make it, but first time mom, so that's pretty good odds. Sometimes the whole litter doesn't make it for the first birth. But this is shortly after birth. They're doing really well. They're thriving. Mom is doing great. You never know with first time moms, especially with carnivores. Sometimes it can be a little rocky, but she's doing great. The cubs won't be out on habitat for quite a while. They have to get old enough to navigate on their own and get back into holding, and mom has to be secure with that too. But so far so good. She's doing wonderful. And of course, Detroit Lions, you know. Who doesn't love some Detroit Lions? So they were on Good Morning America already, the footage. They're really gaining national press. So we're thrilled to welcome our new cubs. We brought that breeding male in last year and he's doing his job.
So will the cubs, will they stay at the zoo or will they go to another zoo?
They won't stay for their whole life because then they'll be with their dad and that doesn't always work out well.
Yeah.
So we're part of the species survival plan for lions. So the genetics will be matched with the rest of the lions in the country and decisions will be made where their genetics best match. But we will, because of our focus on animal well-being, those cubs will leave at the time that they would naturally migrate out of their group. And so they'll stay until that point.
Okay.
Which will probably be about 2 to 3 years of age. So they'll stay for quite a while.
Nice.
And then next slide is celebrating gorillas. Many of you may or may not know my background is in gorillas. So I specialize in gorilla health and gorilla cardiac health. And so we're always celebrating gorillas. This is Motema. She was born last year, the first ever baby gorilla born at the zoo. But we also hosted, next slide, the international, oh no, it's not in here. Sorry, the International Gorilla Workshop this last November. And that was an amazing feat for us to host that workshop. It happens every 4 years and people from around the world gather to talk about gorilla care, gorilla conservation, gorilla genetics. We had people from 7 different countries, 135 attendees, really well done. I'm very proud of the staff. I didn't have a lot to do with creating the event, but certainly was speaking at it. We also are the home of the Great Ape Heart Project, which is a huge research project looking at heart disease in apes, all of the apes. So really proud. We did a public event one night with some of our conservation partners from Africa who came in from the Congo. I will say it was the first week of that bitter cold.
Oh no.
And yeah, they
were
had coats, right? So we had to go out and get them coats. And yeah, it was really cold. One of the poor guys was crying and he was like, this isn't human. Like people should live like this. And I said, well, if you took a Detroiter and stuck him in the middle of the Congo, we'd probably say this isn't it's so hot and muggy there.
Right.
But it was fun. They saw their first snow. So that was really fun. So we had a great time. We had people from Japan, from Europe came in. We had people from South America and Mexico came in, Canada. So it was really a cool gathering of people who are invested in gorillas.
Wow. Nice.
So yeah, it was really, really great. Next, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Fred and Barbara Herb Discovery Trails. So this is our new addition opening in the spring. It is a 7-acre addition to the zoo. We're really proud of this space. It's really geared towards community and education. It's the kind of capstone of our last campus plan, which was about 20 years old. It's going to have all sorts of new stuff. We're bringing in goats for a petting zoo type of experience. We'll have alpacas. We'll have a chicken feeding experience. We're bringing back bush dogs, which are super popular with kids because they're little canids. They're like, I don't know, Cocker Spaniel size, if you want to compare them to, or Beagle size. But they're super active canids. So really excited about that. There's a elevated canopy tree trail that goes, it's huge, actually. It goes over 600 feet. It's 40 feet high. So kids can have the experience of walking in a tree canopy. It's also wheelchair accessible. So we want kids to be able to get up into the canopy, even if they have mobility challenges, or people, not just kids. I'm sure adults will enjoy it also. We also have amazing artwork built into the space. Hubert Massey, a local artist, is doing a beautiful touch and feel mural wall in the space. It's going to really, I think, be a community gathering spot too. We've got some gathering pavilions in there. We're bringing in stingrays and bamboo sharks. People can actually touch and feed them. So a lot of new experiences for the Detroit Zoo coming soon. So watch for that opening, hopefully in the spring. We're hoping winter weather doesn't kill our schedule.
Right.
I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Matthews now to talk about some of our programming highlights.
Yes, I just want to highlight some of the partner engagements that are going on specifically in Wayne County. So, for example, the Boys and Girls Club of Southeast Michigan, we have after-school programming with them. Thriving Together is one of our early childhood partners. And then we have evening programming with First Step, which is a domestic violence shelter. We also have programming with Focus Hope, as well as MAC Development on the east side of Detroit. We participated in Wayne State University's career fair, as well as many other career fairs, to talk about, again, the careers that are available at the Detroit Zoo, and also how we are working with our young people for them to learn about our career pathways as well. And then Tri-County Green Schools is confirmed for 2026, and that is always an exciting time where we bring people together, learning more about conservation, but also sustainability specifically. Overall, year to date, over 150,000 program participants with the Detroit Zoological Society. So we're very excited about that. Next up, I want to talk about a program that's close to my heart, and that is Dream Night. And Dream Night is a cost-free zoo evening for families who have children with chronic or terminal illnesses. They're able to come to the zoo completely free of charge and experience it. And we have just a short video to show you to talk a little bit more about that experience.
Oh, that's us.
Hopefully.
Right. And while we're queuing that up, can you speak briefly about the day when the senior citizens can come to?
Absolutely. That's actually on our next slide, but just to highlight.
I got ahead of myself.
That's
Oh, here we
okay.
go. I think the video's up. So here we go.
Okay, let's watch the video and then we'll talk about our
Your
seniors.
seat or mine?
Yes. Oh, it was up. Did I
Oh,
jinx
it
it?
was there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here we go.
The atmosphere at Dream Night is so heartwarming and full of joy. You can see the laughter and the content on the families' faces, and they truly enjoy being able to have the zoo to themselves. I am DeAndrea Matthews, Vice President of Diversity and Community Engagement for the Detroit Zoo. Dream Night is a private, cost-free evening for families who have children with chronic or terminal illnesses. It's a chance for them to come out and enjoy the zoo without barriers. Dream Night is offered once a year. Dream Night is different from your average visit to the zoo because everything is complimentary to these families. Guests can enjoy the train, the carousel, the 4D theater, forest trail, photo opportunities with emergency vehicles, and much, much more. Visits to the zoo or any cultural institution becomes increasingly difficult for someone who has any type of medical condition. So to be able to offer this to those families gives them a chance to enjoy this space without all of those worries and barriers. Accessibility is very important for this type of event, from providing sensory bags and fidget tools to making sure that we have American Sign Language interpreters in the event that we are servicing someone who is either deaf or hard of hearing. We want them to be able to learn about the animals and participate in our zookeeper chats whenever possible. We think about accessibility and making sure that we reduce as many barriers as possible for these families. Simple things like face painting and the silent disco is huge for these families. These are opportunities that sometimes are cost prohibitive. But because it's complimentary, the kids enjoy it, the parents enjoy it, and it makes such great memories. This event would not be possible without sponsors. Sponsors make everything available and accessible to families, from the silent disco to providing the sensory tools, being able to provide photos to families. This year we were able to offer AI technology so that they can get their photos right in that moment. Things like that are important because sometimes the family hasn't had a portrait together in a very long time. Sponsors make all of this possible. Sponsors can get involved by reaching out to the Detroit Zoological Society directly. We encourage you to connect with us around Dream Night and would love to feature your organization and let them know that you support being welcoming and inclusive. We want to open this opportunity up to as many families as possible, and only by increasing sponsorship are we able to do that. For one unforgettable night, these families don't have to think about hospitals, treatments, or limitations, just joy. But it's only because people like you make this possible. We are grateful to our community partners, our staff, and our volunteers who make Dream Night unforgettable.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Yes, so again, that's Dream Night for families who have children with chronic or terminal illnesses. We capped the event at 1,000 participants, and this year we had 969 participants. But again, many more families we want to be able to open that up to. So again, excited about that. And then finally, our seniors. So we do want to highlight our senior programming. And again, to call out some specific here in Wayne County, we have programming at Allegria Village, Sunrise, as well as with the Alzheimer's Association. There are many collaborative zoo trips from citizens right here in the city of Detroit, specifically, as well as Wayne County, Macomb County, Oakland County, that come out for our Tri-County Senior Day as well. And on the Tri-County Senior Day, seniors ages 62 and older get complimentary admission along with one adult guest. For the zoo, there's lots of wonderful zoo programming. There's a resource tent and just many other activities, including bingo and lots of things that our seniors get really excited about. So we do that twice a year, typically in May and September. So we'll be doing that again in 2026, and we look forward to sharing more information on that. In total, in 2025, we had over 7,000 seniors who participated in our Tri-County Senior Day, and that's actually a 27% increase from 2024. So we're getting the word out there. More people are learning about what we're doing at the zoo and also wanting to come out and participate in our free senior days.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, does anybody have any questions for us?
Yes.
Oh, oh.
So regarding attendance, other than the
Microphone, sir. Now you've been here long enough. You know how to use it.
a few boards, you got to give it a 2-second delay. Yeah, so other outside of the 696 construction, just regarding the attendance levels, what has changed from like to see 24? Did costs go up? Did is cost the same?
Yeah, no, I think the costs for at the gate went up $1 in 23, but we don't think that's it. I do think the economy is starting to hit people and they're nervous about spending money. This isn't just here. Zoos across the country are experiencing this. So we do benchmarking with other zoos, and there's a CFO group that of zoo CFOs. And they keep me apprised, our CFO, weekly of what's happening, and everywhere's down. All the zoos and aquariums are down, some as much as 20%.
Oh, wow.
So we feel fortunate we're only down 5% because some are really hurting.
And as far as access tickets that the zoo hands out, compared to the prior year, do we give out the same amount every year, or has that increased, or did that decline as well?
We've really increased our access tickets. Dr. Matthews has really been able to look at who needs them and how do we get them to the community. That, believe it or not, that's one of our biggest challenges, is how do we distribute these to the people that need them and want them? Because if you just send out mass tickets, they don't always get to the people who really need them. And so Deandra's been working with many community partners. I'll let you speak to this and how we distribute them. We've learned a lot of lessons over the years. And we've also hired, Deandra has 2 staffers now. We've added those in the last year and a half. But we've also hired ambassadors that are helping us figure out like where in the community do we need to be that we aren't, because unless we hear it, we don't always know where we're needed.
Right.
So Deandra, do you want to speak to that?
Sure. One of the ways that we've increased our complimentary ticket access is looking at how we can work with specific nonprofit organizations that target those who are underserved. For example, we're working with more organizations that serve foster children in foster care, as well as those who are in other similar type of programming. So we really increased the outreach to them, letting them know what's available, contacted them directly, and providing those tickets for those students. We're even working now with the Detroit Justice Center, which is here in Wayne County as well, to make sure that families that are re-entering society have an opportunity to have that experience with their children. So we're thinking about ways that we can reach those that typically don't have this experience that will really benefit from it. And again, provide that evening of respite with their families, or just being able to get out, enjoy nature and the animals as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Commissioner Murphy?
Chair. As far as this dream night, do families register online or how?
Excellent question. So we do have a portion of the tickets that go for the public. So again, our applications typically open at the end of April for a June event, and the public are able to go and again complete the online application for access to the event. The way the majority of the tickets are distributed are through our community organizations.
Oh, okay.
So we work directly with organizations that work with families whose children have cancer and other types of illnesses. So this year we work with 3 specific community organizations in order to distribute the majority of the tickets, but we also set aside some for public access as well.
All right, that sounds good. And I'm wondering, will that gorilla stay here?
Utama, she will stay here until she's probably between 7 and 10. She can't be with her dad when she becomes reproductive.
Ooh.
And yeah, so we will, and she's genetically really valuable, so she'll go into a breeding group somewhere else.
All right, thanks.
Yeah,
Pretty exciting, all these births.
I know.
I know.
We've had a baby boom.
I know, baby.
Yeah.
Mario?
I just want to thank you guys for, on behalf of the CEO and the deputy CEO, for your contribution for the Fall in Love contest. As you well know, the CEO has a contest, Fall in Love with Wayne County, was a photo contest, and folks go out, take pictures of the fall changing colors. And the zoo was so gracious enough to put a nice packet together for one of the top packets for our winners. Membership,
Mhm.
nice swag, and Amanda's so nice. She puts it together and then drops the stuff at my office. So, thank you very much because you went beyond. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
One more question.
Commissioner?
Do you have the wildlife photo thing going on? Are you still doing that at the zoo?
Photo booth at the.
No, the
mall?
wildlife that comes from England.
Oh, wildlife. I thought you
Yes.
said wildlife.
Wow.
Wildlife.
We do have a changing exhibit hall. We don't do that particularly
Or-
photo thing anymore. No, it became very prohibitively expensive.
I'm sure.
But right now there's a camouflage exhibit in there. So using cloth to mimic nature's camouflage, which is super popular. So we always have a rotating exhibit in there. Last year we had wildlife photography from a photographer out in Aspen who
Hmm.
does worldwide photography, but very well-known wildlife photographer. So we change it up every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know they did it for several years.
Yeah, we did the wildlife photography from out of London for
Yeah.
several years, but it's a very expensive exhibit to bring
Yeah,
in.
it's like an
So
exhibit, yeah.
we're being responsible to our budget.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we've also tried to feature more local artists in that space because we're really trying to invest in local art.
One last question on the public schools engagement. Can you speak about what you've been doing with different public schools throughout the Tri-County area?
Sure. One that I'll highlight in particular, we do have some district partnerships. And for example, with Detroit Public Schools District, we receive all of their first graders as well as all of their sixth graders as a part of that district partnership. So every single first grader in the city, in Detroit Public Schools Community District comes to the zoo for programming with our educational staff as well as all of the sixth graders. And it's a part of the Cultural Passport Program, if I'm saying the name correctly. And again, they have different experiences at cultural institutions, but we get the students specifically in first grade and sixth grade at the Detroit Zoo. And that's just highlighting one of the many partnerships that our educational staff work with.
Do you work with Wayne Risa also at all?
Yes, yes. Wayne Reese is one of our partners that the educational team works with.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Okay.
We have a team of 24 professional educators. So it's one of the larger zoo teams for education, and they are all over the place. I can't believe how they keep up. But it's amazing some days in the spring and fall, especially when the school trips are happening. This is bad, but I always say, don't come to the zoo that morning because we can have as many as 100 buses unloading for the field trips. It gets crazy, but the kids love it. The educators love it. We do a lot of programming at the zoo and at Belle Isle Nature Center also, which is totally free for all participants in programs. We saw over 100,000 people there last year.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful. Any additional questions from board? Any final thoughts?
No, we just appreciate your support. And
No,
I'm hoping everybody has a great holiday.
no. Thank you all so much for coming on down. Luckily, there was good weather today, so hopefully it wasn't too much of a trek to get down here. But thank you for all the work that you do for the citizens of Wayne County. The zoo is a treasure, and we just know that it's in good hands, and we're so thankful for what you're doing, especially with the conservation efforts and with the babies being born and repopulating those different species. So just an education for our young people. All the innovative programs I think are amazing with the dream nights and wild lights and even to doing my favorite event of the year, which is what's it called? Thank you.
Sunset.
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 I don't think of
Yeah.
my favorite I can't think of. Yeah, well, Sunset. That was just a fundraiser for the zoo. So just thank you for all that you do. And we look forward to being continued partners next year.
Thank you.
Okay. Happy holidays.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much. Madam Clerk,
Such other matters as may be properly submitted before the authority.
any other matters for anyone? Okay, before we adjourn, do we have a possible quarter which we need to meet again next year? You think? Not yet. March,
Definitely.
April, May. What do you think is a good time?
Definitely in June.
June. Okay. But we can go to the budget. So June will be our next meeting. So we'll find a date that's good for everyone, but sometime in June. So be on the lookout for that June date so that we can do the budget for the next year.
And approve the audit.
It's not March 19th. It will not be March 19th.
What March 19th is your birthday?
I got like
Other than for the Urban League Warriors, her daughter's being pinned. She has a sorority reunion.
in Jamaica. Yeah.
Congratulations.
All of that. He has a lot going on March 19th. So we won't have anything on March 19th, but we'll have it in June. So thank you all board members and have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Public comments.
How long?
2 minutes.
Is he gonna speak or does he want me to read it?
Oh, we have someone. Oh.
Glenn, you may speak.
Good morning, everybody. I had sent over an email earlier. I didn't know if I was going to be able to be on the call or if there was going to be time for public comment. I guess first and foremost, listening to everything that you guys have said this morning, it's put the biggest smile on my face, knowing the programs that the zoo is offering and the things that are being done, just absolutely phenomenal. And it kind of feeds into why I wanted to talk today. I'm the president of an organization, a nonprofit called Words of Hope for Life, and we're focused on prevention, mental wellness, and strengthening communities with an emphasis on reducing barriers and access to care specific to social determinants of health. We throw an event at the Detroit Zoo annually. It's called View Fest. I don't know if any of you are familiar with it. but it has grown to become the largest mental health and prevention festival in the entire world, which I think we should all be proud of. It's a completely free community event supported entirely through corporate sponsorships and community partners with no cost to attend. Each year, the event welcomes several thousand participants from across Michigan, including many from Wayne County. And while the event is free, access is not always equal. Registrations offered on a first come, first served basis and without intentional outreach and support. Families facing economic and social barriers, many of whom reside in Wayne County, can sometimes be underrepresented, which is interesting considering some of the things that I've heard. As we're planning for ViewFest 2026, we are prioritizing greater engagement from Wayne County families and organizations, and we're working with Health, Human, and Veteran Services to make that happen. Um, I really just wanted to make everybody aware of this event and ask you to spread the word and consider if there's additional ways in which we might be able to collaborate to ensure that there's increased access for Wayne County families. Uh, and then moreover, I want to really thank the zoo and its leadership team. Uh, I didn't realize that you guys were going to be there today, but I can't thank you enough for the opportunity and the venue. It's just been, the staff has been incredible. The venue has been absolutely incredible. And the success of the event has just been phenomenal. So again, wanted to make you aware of it. And if there's additional ways to collaborate through some of the ticketing that was discussed or other ways, we would certainly be open to that.
Thank you, Mr. Schwartz. I was actually brought this my attention this year. I had not heard of it until this year. So View Fest is what it is. And I know that it's growing, and congratulations on the growth. I will hopeful that the county can participate more mightily next year. We've done a little bit of work. Some of the boards that I sit on have booths there. But that's a wonderful event. Thank you for coming on. And if any information that you have for us, please send it as it draws near to the date so that we can let our constituents know about it as well. That would be helpful. And thank you for what you're doing. That's a wonderful event, and we want to make sure that we help to expand that as best as we can.
Thank you.
And the email that you sent, I'm forwarding it to all of the board members.
Just
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any additional people on the line for public comments?
There are none.
Any other emails?
no additional email.
Anyone in the audience? Okay. Now, next item.
Adjournment.
Okay. So moved. Okay, meeting adjourned. Thank you all. Happy holidays.